Bring off the rare pops. It's time for the top 10 best movies of 2016. There tend to be a lot of really more bad films this year, though however a lot of good movies. Enjoy the countdown.
At number 10, Captain Fantastic. A gentle, sweet, yet tough and thoughtful film starring Viggo Mortensen as Ben Cash. Ben lives with his children in the wilderness, somewhere in the Pacific Northwest of America, existing without all the distractions of technology, until the death of his wife forces him and his children back into the real world. Mortensen is perfect in this role of devoted and determined father, and the film raises some important questions about family, parenting, and the role of technology in our lives. This is a thought-provoking film with some lovely performances by the younger children. There are some beautiful and tender moments in this strong and unconventional family, particularly towards the end. I give this film 3 out of 5 stars.
Number 9, Hail Caesar. In the early 1950s, Eddie Mannix is busy at work trying to solve all the problems of the actors and filmmakers at Capitol Pictures. His latest assignments involve a disgruntled director, a singing cowboy, a beautiful swimmer, and a handsome dancer. As if all this wasn't enough, Mannix faces his biggest challenge when Baird Whitlock gets kidnapped while in costume for the swords and sandals epic Hail Caesar. If the studio doesn't pay $100,000, it's the end of the line for this movie star. Hail Caesar is a very funny film with excellent acting. I give this film 3 stars.
Number 8, Arrival. Linguistics professor Louise Banks, Amy Adams, leads an elite team of investigators when gigantic spaceships touch down in 12 locations around the world. As nations teeter on the verge of global war, Banks and her crew must race against time to find a way to communicate with the extraterrestrial visitors. Hoping to unravel the mystery, she takes a chance that could threaten her life and quite possibly all of mankind. I give it 3.2 stars.
And coming number 7, The Secret Life of Pets. Many of you might disagree with us with this choice, but it's not exactly perfect, but it's just our opinion. Max is a dog who lives with an owner called Emily, and she bought a dog named Duke. Yeah, Duke is probably the worst dog in the movie. The only thing I didn't like was the trees. I think the trees were kind of weird. I kind of recommend it, but I give it 3.7 out of stars.
Good.
Coming number 6, The Jungle Book. The original version of The Jungle was animation by Disney. The story was about a boy, Mowgli, who found in the woods by wolves. As he gets older, the partners, Bagheera, decide Mowgli should return to their humans. They ensue many problems involving snakes, tigers, and elephants. A very entertaining movie. Well, with a great story, I give it 3.7 stars.
Number 5, The Nice Guys. Despite the name, the 2 guys in the movie, Holland March, played by Ryan Gosling, a down-in-his-luck private eye, and Jackson Healy, played by Russell Crowe, a hired enforcer, are definitely not nice guys. However, they do make for a very enjoyable movie. Fate turns them into unlikely partners after a young woman named Amelia, played by Margaret Qualley, mysteriously disappears. Healy and March soon learn the hard way that some dangerous people are also looking for Amelia. Their investigation takes them to some dark places, as anyone else who gets involved in the case seems to wind up dead. I give this movie 4 stars.
And coming in number 4, Finding Dory. I love Finding Nemo because the story is very good, so I decided to do the same with Dory. She's looking for her mum and dad, with the help of her good friend Marvin and his son Nemo. The story was good, but I would like to see a few of the characters from the previous movies, such as Bruce and the Sharks. The animation of the movie is beautiful. It looks extremely realistic. I like the way everything floats back and forth in time with the motion of the sea. I give it 4.2 stars.
At number 3, My Scientology Movie. Having eagerly awaited the release of this film, I was definitely not disappointed when I got to see it on its opening weekend. I have to admit, I was a little worried that Louis may not have been able to offer me anything new about the Church of Scientology, particularly as I had only recently seen the eye-opening Going Clear. However, in typical Louis Theroux style, the documentary chooses an unconventional, engaging and personal approach to telling its story. In a weird twist, Louis' filmmaking team actually ends up under the surveillance of the church's own cameraman when Louis is confronted in a parking lot next to its secretive gold-based facility in California. This film is most definitely worth a see. I give it 4.5 stars.
And coming in at number 2 is Kubo and the Two Strings.
Young Kubo's peaceful existence comes crashing down when he accidentally summons a vengeful spirit from the past. Now on the run, Kubo joins forces with Monkey, voiced by Charlize Theron, and Beetle, voiced by Matthew McConaughey, to unlock a secret legacy. Armed with a magical instrument, Kubo must battle the Moon King, voiced by Ralph Fiennes, and other gods and monsters to save his family and solve the mystery of his fallen father, the greatest samurai warrior the world has ever known. I give this movie 10 out of 10 stars.
And the number 1 best movie is
Zootopia. A fun, vibrant, and highly original movie, Zootopia is enjoyable for all age levels, as it transports us to a city full of mammals that have evolved to live their lives in a more civilized manner. Our hero is Judy Hopps the Rabbit, voiced by Jennifer Goodwin, who has become the first bunny to join the police force. Judy is not taken seriously despite finishing top of her class, as her boss, Chief Bogo, voiced by Idris Elba, gives her parking ticket duty. But her inquisitive and determined nature sees her stumble across a case that has the potential to tear Zootopia apart. With the reluctant help of a smooth-talking fox, Nick Wilde, voiced wonderfully by Jason Bateman, Judy is given 48 hours to solve the case or she must resign from the police force. There is so much to see and take in with this movie. The characters are vibrant, the animation is flawless, and the story moves at a good pace, slowing down at times to allow the viewer to catch up. Zootopia also has deep social ideas and teaches the audience a message about the acceptance of diversity and why stereotypes are harmful. Zootopia is an extremely enjoyable film that leaves you wanting to know more about the world of Zootopia and all the animals within it. I give this movie 5 stars.
Thank you, lots of lists. See you next time.